I want to tell you a story. In fact, it is my story. It's the story of how I went from feeling hopeless and confused about relocating to Canada and how I eventually became a Canada permanent resident using the study route. My name is Sheyi Obasi, and I used to live in Lagos, Nigeria. I had a really good life, a really good job, and I had hope in my country. But then it came a time when I faced the reality of what was happening in the country, and I decided that it was time to relocate. And I started looking at different countries. I looked at the UK, I looked at Australia, and I looked at Canada. And then I made a decision to go for Australia and Canada. For Australia, I tried to apply for their permanent residence, and I was refused. For Canada, I tried the express entry, and I was in the pool for about a year, and my profile expired. And I remember that day very clearly. It was a very sad day for me because I wasn't invited to apply for permanent residence. I started looking for a job in Canada. I applied to several jobs, in fact, uncountable. I never got even one interview. And then I came upon an agent that promised to get me accommodation, flight ticket, a job in Canada, and they almost scammed me. So at this point, I had lost all hope. I started praying, fasting, and by a stroke of good luck, I started doing some research and getting counsel from my friends who were both in Nigeria, in Canada, and also in Australia. And then through all this counsel and research, I decided to go to Canada through the study route. And then I started researching and searching for schools and reaching out to supervisors for funding. Now, the reason why I was doing this was because the school fees, the tuition, the living expenses was a lot. Of course, I could afford it. But if there was a way that I could come to Canada without having to pay those monies, that was what I was going to look for. So I started reaching out to supervisors in schools. I reached out to so many supervisors. And out of the so many that I reached out to, I actually got 3 people who wanted to fund my studies. This is an example of an email I sent to the supervisor that I eventually chose and went with. On the left, there is the email that I sent to her at first when I was asking her for, to be my supervisor, and I was introducing myself. Below that on the left, you would see where she responded to me for the first time. And after a series of interviews and Skype meetings, on the right, she sent me the good news. You can see that the subject of that email on the right is good news. And that was how I got funding to study at Brock University. On the left, there is my admission letter with a $27,000 funding per year that I got to study at Brock University. My tuition was about $22,000, so I had like an extra $5,000 to help me in my living expenses. I got a visa to Canada, and then on the right, when I got into Canada, is my study permit. A study permit gives you the right to study in Canada and also to work for 20 hours per week as a student. This is my profile on the left. I was a Master of Sustainability student at Brock University. And on the right, I also just wanted to show that it is possible when you are in a school in Canada to get extra scholarships. Now, this was a scholarship I got, which is different from my funding. It was for a Graduate Student Research Award. The school put out a competition to submit our research. I did, and I got scholarship of $6,500 on top of the $27,000 that I had gotten before. Also, while I was at Brock, I was chosen as an international ambassador for Nigeria. So on the left there, those of us in red, you can see the 10 of us, we were the international ambassadors for Brock University for different countries, which means that we were the face of our own countries in the school. I was the face of Nigeria, so I was helping in the recruitment of students. I would call students up, tell them about Brock, help them to settle down when they got into Brock for all Nigerian students. So I was involved in making adverts for the school and all that. On the right is also all the ambassadors when we went for one of our events at, I think this was at Niagara Falls. So I was pretty active while I was at Brock University. Eventually, I graduated, and that is my degree on the left. And on the right is my postgraduate work permit. Now, if you come to Canada and then you finish studying, you get a postgraduate work permit. If you study for 1 year, you get a 1 year postgraduate work permit. If you study for more than 1 year, excuse me, you get a 3-year postgraduate work permit. So my work permit was for 3 years. You can see it's from 2020 to 2023. And it gives you the right to work anywhere in Canada. Now, after I got my work permit, I applied to my province, which is Ontario, for permanent residence. And on the left there, you can see my confirmation of nomination, where my province has nominated me for permanent residence. And then on the right is my confirmation of permanent residence that shows that I am now a Canada permanent resident with all the benefits of a Canada permanent residence, just a few benefits of citizens that I and my family do not have. So why did I tell you that story? I told you that story because I have been in your shoes. I understand, if you're watching this video, I understand what it is that is going through your mind, how hopeless you might be feeling at this time, and how you might be confused as to what next to do because you want to relocate to Canada to get a better life for yourself and your family. And I tell you that if I can do it, then you can too. My goal in this presentation is to show you an effective system for securing college and university admission, as well as funding and scholarship if you qualify for it to study, work, and live in Canada permanently, no matter your age, and without spending a single cent on agents. I want to show you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to become a Canada permanent resident using the study route. Now, what is this study in Canada route? It is a simple system. First of all, you choose a school and a program, and I would advise that you choose it in a province that it will be easy for you to get permanent residence. You apply to a university or college, depending on your grade point average, plus other requirements. You get offer and you apply for a study visa. With your study visa, you arrive in Canada to study and you get a study permit, and then you graduate and you apply for permanent residence. In a snapshot, this is the simple study in Canada route process. However, why the study route? Because there are some people who actually do not want to study. But I'll tell you why I'm recommending the study route. The study route is the easiest route with the highest admission rate to Canada, from undergraduate to PhD. If you check all the statistics, study route has the highest number of people who come into Canada to become permanent residents. At the time I'm making this video, most other routes, including the express entry, provincial nominee, the AIPP, the home care workers, all of them are currently paused for people that are outside of Canada. But the study route is still open. Canada is still issuing study visas. Canada is still taking students into Canada. The study route does not need IELTS, especially if you're from Nigeria and you studied in English, and there are no age restrictions. So whether you're 18 years old, you can come for undergraduate, or whether you're 40 years old, there are no restrictions to study, as long as you have a reason to study. And then your family can join you when you're in Canada. Your spouse will get a spousal open work permit that you can work anywhere in Canada. Your children, depending on their age, will get a study visa or a visit visa. And the study route is a sure route to permanent residency. You're getting Canada education and you're getting Canada work experience. It is definitely a sure route to permanent residence. And you can do this all by yourself without using a single agent. And that is what I'm going to show you. Then why do many people struggle with this and still get denied admission and have their study visas denied several times? Let me show you a bit of statistics. Now, if you look at this graph, there's a blue line that keeps going up. That blue line is the number of applications from Nigerian applicants who are applying for study visas in Canada. It has been going up from 17.6% to 60.1% in 2019. However, if you look below that, you will see the red line. The red line is the number of approvals. Look at the disparity. In fact, in the last year, the number of applications was so much higher than the number of approvals. Yeah, and then this graph says that in 2019, Nigerian nationals under 20 had Canada study permit approval rate of 44%. Meanwhile, for people who applied who were over 25 years, the approval rate was only 6%, which is dismal and is lower than the lowest Canada average. So what you need to win, there are two things. You need to have the right formula, and then you need to have the right guidance. And that is where I come in. Now, let me introduce you to the no hassle Naija to Canada Japa system that provides both the formula and the guidance that you need to come to Canada to become a Canada permanent resident using the study route. You might ask, what is the Naija to Canada Japa system? I will tell you. It is a comprehensive step-by-step system that anyone can use. It doesn't matter the country you're in, it doesn't matter your status. Anybody can use it. It has a simple, easy to use school search tool that you don't need to crack your head to search for schools and programs. The value of that is 50,000. It has a database of schools and programs with the most popular programs that Nigerians usually go for, showing all the details for prospective students. And this is a continually updated document. It's valued at 80,000. You have access to long-term international affordable study loans for those without funding, those who don't have scholarship and they need funds to study. You have that information in the Japa system. It's valued at 50,000. And then we have a database of scholarships to study in Canada, valued at 50,000. We also have a list of universities that accept 2-2 for a master's degree, which is really a problem for a lot of people who want to do a master's, but they have a 2-2. We also have sample templates that you can just copy and model, from letters of explanation to statements of purpose to emails to professors, you name it. And then there's a step-by-step guide to study visa processing, including the required documents that you must include with your application and strategies that you will not get anywhere else. This is valued at 70,000 Naira. We give 2 free basic reviews of your CVs and SOPs or emails to professors, 2 free step-by-step guide and strategies on how to apply for your family to join you in Canada, valued at 70,000 Naira. And then professional help to process your admission and visa application. If you need professional processing, we also provide that as well. And then you have access to me and my team for basic support and guidance. This is actually priceless. I didn't know what to price it because it's priceless, but we valued it at 100,000 Naira. In fact, you are getting a system that shows you step by step how to achieve your dream of relocating to Canada in the most no hassle and most affordable way possible. I've condensed all of my experience and expertise to avoid the cost of errors in terms of time and money for you. In short, you skip the bad stuff and you move on to the good stuff more quickly and for less money and time to figure it out on your own. However, the Naija to Canada Japa system does not give scholarships. We do not fix jobs. We do not arrange accommodation. We do not give sponsorship or bank account statement arrangement, and we do not arrange flights or travels. Now that we know what the Japa system is and what you're going to get, how much will all this good value cost you? First of all, I just want you to know that this is not for everybody, and this is the truth. Not everybody can use the Japa system or get the Japa system. Not everybody can actually come to Canada. So because of this, we have decided that we're only taking 50 new clients per month. I don't know what time of the month you are watching this, but if it's towards the middle of the month, it's likely we're very close to that 50 clients. And if we get there, we will have to pause and start taking people the next month, which means you would have to wait, okay? We have decided to take 50 new clients so that we can give them all the attention that they require. The total value of the Japa system is 650,000 Naira. And that is what I showed you when I was listing out what the Japa system is for. You're not going to be paying half of this, or even 20% or 10% of this. For this value of 650,000 Naira, for the Naija to Canada Japa system, you only need to invest a sum of 40,000 Naira only. Now you're going to get 2 levels of bonuses if you get the Japa system today. You get bonuses that are there all the time. You have copies of my admission letters, emails to professors, and visa letters. You know those emails I was showing you when I was making the presentation? Excuse me. My admission letter, emails I sent to professors, the letters I used to apply for my visa, you'll get that as a bonus. You get my direct contact information when you purchase. And then you get specially selected high quality statements of purpose that you can just copy and model to your own. However, we also have a limited time special bonuses. These ones might be going away soon. So, but if you're still seeing it by the time you watch this video, you might just be lucky to get these two bonuses. They are worth a lot and they might be going away soon. The one on the left is important checklist, 12 things you need to start studying in Canada. These 12 things are like basic and also special things that you must have in order to come study in Canada. And on the right, there's a bonus of how to get a job and accommodation in Canada. I know that a lot of people struggle with this. They're like, how am I going to get a job? Where will I stay? This guide shows you how to come to Canada and settle down quickly in a good accommodation and how to get a job as well. So what are you going to do with all this information that you now have? There are actually 4 things you can do. You can do nothing. Yeah, you can close this presentation and just continue with your life the way you have been doing before, and that's fine. Or you can decide, you know what, I can go it alone. You can go to YouTube, look for videos, look for whatever, get information together and try to do it on your own. Well, you might be lucky, you might make mistakes like a lot of people have made and then still come back looking for guidance. Getting it right the first time is very, very important. You can decide to use an agent, yeah, because you don't want to do it on your own and then you need help, but be careful of the agent you are using. A lot of agents have gotten people banned from Canada for 5 years because of unscrupulous practices, and people have also taken people's money away. Or you could do what I suggest. Get all the help, the support, and tools that you need from the Japa system. And this will help you to avoid the nightmare that other people like you have gone through. You will jump and pass, like they say in Nigeria. You will avoid that nightmare. So which one are you? There are 2 types of people. People who keep on complaining, but they're not doing anything about the things that they're complaining about. That's the first set of people. Or people who grab opportunities when they come. So when you see opportunities, you have to grab them. Those are the 2 types of people. If you cannot at least try, invest to at least try to get a better life for yourself and your family, then Canada is probably not the best place for you. And I don't say that with any malice. It is actually the truth. So fast forward a year from now, what is the worst case scenario? I don't know. Things like 1 year will pass, whether you do anything or not. Yeah. Some people I told about the Japa system a couple of years ago, they didn't take any action until this year. So 2 years have passed them by and they saw that things were not getting better in their country. What is your best case scenario if you take action? It could work. And then by this time next year, you could be in Canada smiling as those couple and their kid are in the picture over there. So this is an extremely limited offer. Yeah. And the truth is that if you do nothing, nothing changes. If nothing changes, then nothing will change. As in, if you don't take an action and you continue living your life or doing things, even minus this Canada issue, then nothing will change. So if you wanted to see yourself in Canada by this time next year, you have to actually take action. Don't forget, this is the no hassle Naija to Canada system that can help you come to Canada to become a permanent resident using the study route. It's a total value of 650,000 for only 40,000 naira today. So you're paying 40,000 naira, but you're getting a value of 650,000 naira. Isn't that's a bargain if you ask me? And this price is not even like up to the value, up to 10% of the value of what you're getting. Is there a guarantee? The Japa system will give you a fighting chance to come to Canada. As long as you're serious, you meet the requirements, and you follow the system. But all sales are final. And that is why I've taken the time to explain this to you. And I will still take the time to answer some questions as we go along, because I want you to make an informed decision. If you are not serious, please do not purchase. If you need to think about it, think about it. Make a decision, come back to purchase, or make a decision and not come back to purchase. But all sales are final. What have others said about the Japa system? Japa system has helped many people come to Canada. A lot of them are shy, so they don't want to go on camera for village people reasons for some of them, or they are just camera shy. But we have some testimonials below this video, and we're going to be updating these testimonials as we get more and more of them. So how much do you really want it? The action that you take now, one of those 4 actions that you take now will depend on how much you really want it. And the action you take will even show you yourself how much you really want it. So I'm going to answer a few pressing questions that I know might be at the back of your mind. So you might be wondering, how much do I need to have to come to Canada? This is a snapshot of what you need. School applications usually go from $75, even though I have 100 here, to $150, depending on the school and the province. Tuition without funding ranges from about $11,000 to $30,000 per year, depending on your program. Living expenses is $10,000. These dollars are Canadian dollars, by the way, per year for the prospective student. If your family members are coming, you need $4,000 for every extra person to show for their own living expenses. These applications at this time is $150,000. Medicals you need to do at home is about 50,000 naira. Airfare, just about 250,000 naira, depending on the airline you use, and miscellaneous of approximately 100,000 naira. Now, if you have funding, it could cover your tuition. So you would not need to be paying tuition, and you will take that out, but you also need to show monies for the other things. These monies can be in your account, the account of your spouse, or the account of your sponsor. It must be there for 6 months before you apply. Can I purchase with my friend or a sister? You can purchase with your friend or sister if you want, but we are dealing with one Japa system per person. So we only deal with one person, and we confirm all sales before we start giving support. So if you go and if you see the Japa system on a platform or from someone who is not genuine or who is not coming directly from us, and you buy from them, you are going to be on your own, because we will not be able to give you support. So you purchase for yourself. If your sister wants support from the Japa system, they need to purchase on their own as well. We do the process for you. Now, the Japa system is a do-it-yourself program. It has been made really simple and a step-by-step way that you can do it. If you invest about 30 minutes of your day, every day or every other day, you can do it. But after getting the Japa system, if you're really sure that you still need professional help or support, we are able to provide that. I want funding or scholarship. What are my chances? This is another very, very important and regular question. Now, there's a difference between funding and scholarship. Funding is when a university says that you do not need to pay tuition. So that part of your schooling is paid for by the school. So there's full funding and there's part funding. Full funding, they might pay all of your tuition and then also employ you as a research assistant or a graduate assistant, and you will be paid money for that, and that will help you to pay off your accommodation and also feed. Scholarships, on the other hand, are payments or support that are awarded on the basis of probably academic achievement or other achievement. There are entrance scholarships for high academic performance given by a lot of schools, including colleges. Funding is usually available for thesis and research programs. Usually, there are some programs where funding is also available, but they are probably project work or coursework. And then once you are a student, you have access to other scholarships. Remember when I was sharing my story, you saw where I got a scholarship of $6,500. That was not, that's not available to people who are not already students. There are lots of scholarships available when you're already a student. You usually have to have high academic performance and then show other things to qualify for those scholarships. So there are many of them, I'm telling you, and you can actually get scholarships when you are a student. Can I still apply to schools now? Well, I'm not sure when you are actually listening to these videos, but universities and colleges usually have 2 major entrance terms. So there's a fall term, which is in September. There's a winter term, which is in January. Some of them also have summer terms, which starts in about May, but it's not very popular. So if you wanted to go for the fall term, they would usually start open applications in September or October of the previous year. So from October to about February, they'll be taking applications. That's for the fall term. A lot of schools stop application for fall term around February, a lot. And then a few schools are still open till March. And then just a handful of schools are open until April. But the earlier you submit your application, it's always better for you. Winter term starts in January and usually will open up about April. They start taking applications. Most times universities will get all the applications together and consider them together. So a lot of universities do not do a first come, first serve basis. They get everything together and then they have a time they stop, consider the applications, and a time they start sending out letters of applications. Colleges are different. They take people on a first come, first serve basis until their seats are full, but they also have the fall term and the winter term as well. Now, the reason why you still need to get the Japa system, whether this is application time or not, is that you need to study the materials and familiarize yourself with the process. Like I said, the earlier you apply for the upcoming term, the better for you. It's always better to apply early so that, you know, if it's a college, you apply before the seats fill up. With a university, you're able to get a supervisor if you need one before they are flooded, you know, with requests from so many people. And then you also get to know what you need for visa application. You start putting your house in order. Visa application is usually where there's a lot of issues that people have. And usually because they start late, they run around like a chicken without head, and then they make mistakes and their visas get denied. So you might have other pressing questions. I've also answered a lot of frequently asked questions. There's a frequently asked questions video below this video in the sales page. Please go and watch it. Your questions may have been answered there, and then you need to clear your mind and make an informed decision. So do you want to take that leap to achieve your Canada dream? You might have been in the express entry pool for so long, nobody has called you to apply. You must have applied for jobs, you're not getting any headway. You might be thinking about going to the UK, but then you want permanent residence. You need to think about it. And if you want to take that leap to achieve your Canada dream, then I thank you for staying up to this point, and I welcome you to the next stage of what to do to get access to the Japa system. Now, this is how to make payment. If you're watching this video, that means one of our promoters would have sent you this video. There's an orange button below this video that probably has the text, get access to Naija to Canada Japa system now. There are other orange buttons as you also go down the page. I need you to click on the orange button below this video. It will take you to a page like this. It is an Expertner pay stack page. So you're not going to be seeing Shey or Basi, you're going to be seeing Expertner and this page. There are two ways to make payment on pay stack. Make sure you're seeing Expertner on the top left there on the page you're paying, okay? If you're not seeing Expertner, you're probably paying to a wrong person or a fraudulent person, okay? Now, you see how to order. You would write your name, your first name, your last name, your email address, and your phone number, and you click Pay Stack Naira if you're paying in Nigeria, or you click Pay Stack US dollars if you're paying outside of Nigeria. You can also use Flutterwave, but there's a 350 Naira charge if you use Flutterwave. So I would encourage you to use Pay Stack Naira, okay? Now, when you click on Pay Stack Naira, you will come to a page like this that gives you several options of how to pay. You can pay through the card or log into your bank, transfer USSD or Visa QR. I would recommend the card and the transfer options. So if you click on the card, you will get a page like this. You need to put in your card details, the expiry date, and then the CVV, which are the three numbers at the back of your card, and then you click Pay. Or when you click Pay, your transaction will be processed and you have access to the product. Or you go and click Transfer if you don't want to pay with your debit card. But I think that paying with your debit card is the easiest way to go. Now, if you click Transfer, you would usually see a page like this: transfer 40,000 or whatever amount to Pay Stack checkout. And you would see a Wema Bank account number. This Wema Bank account number, the beneficiary is Pay Stack. And note that this will expire in 30 minutes. So if you don't make this payment within 30 minutes of clicking on this page, that account number will expire and you will not be able to make payment. So you pay into that Wema Bank transfer, and then you come here and click I have sent the money. Once you click I've sent the money, you will get access to the product. You will also receive an email with the product link. So check your spam email, check your promotions tab email or social tab email. The email would usually be there, okay? Don't panic. You have access to it and you will get an email. If there's a delay of about 24 hours, then you can contact help@expertner.com with your name, your email address, and your order number. But we're not envisioning any problems, okay? So Don't miss out on this opportunity. Don't forget, which type are you? The type that sees opportunity and grabs it, or the type that continues to complain without making a decision? But you need to make an informed decision, because all sales are final. Go and look for the video that has the frequently asked questions. It is on the sales page. Also, watch that video very well. It will answer some of your questions. Grab the step-by-step Canada relocation guide today. It will save you from feeling hopeless and helpless like I did when I started my journey, wasting time and money, being duped here and there, trying to relocate to Canada when there seems to be very little hope. Get it now while it is still available at this introductory price. This price is less than 10% of the value you're getting. This is still an introductory price. We don't know when the price will go up next. So thank you for watching. Thank you for getting informed. Thank you for knowing what to do. And thank you for your time. See you in Canada soon. Take care of yourself. Bye.